Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. TNA, Impact Wrestling Review. TNA returning to television January 1st on Pop TV. I know it really wasn't a return to television. They were on Destination America last year, but this guy didn't have Destination America. So this guy hasn't watched TNA in a while. This guy been a TNA fan since 2006. First show I ever watched was Hard Justice 2006. Being a almost 10-year TNA fan, starting to relearn TNA again has been a struggle. That's why you're only going to see one review a month for TNA Impact, all 4 episodes. Yeah, it's not worth each week running it down like I do Monday Night Raw. Let's get started here. A little recap if you haven't been following TNA. October at Bound for Glory, Matt Hardy beat Ethan Carter III, EC3, for the TNA World Heavyweight title. Shortly after Matt Hardy getting the victory, Ethan Carter filed an injunction versus Matt Hardy and TNA. Matt Hardy relinquished the title, and the title tournament began in late October, which was some type of freaking group round robin type tournament. I don't know the particulars on it. I just know the first episode of Impact on Pop TV was going to have the semifinal matches. We start the show off with Dixie Carter coming out promoting the World Title Tournament, talking about the 2 semifinal matches. Ethan Carter comes out, Matt Hardy comes out, promo about the tournament. EC3 comes out with Tyrus. UI, Eric Young comes out and attacks Matt Hardy. Lashley comes out and takes out EC3, Tyrus, and Eric Young. The 2 semifinal matches, the first one we have Ethan Carter III versus Bobby Lashley. The second one is Matt Hardy versus Eric Young. Obviously, if you've watched wrestling for more than a minute, you kind of knew going in who were going to win these 2 matches and who the finals was going to be. First match, Ethan Carter versus Bobby Lashley, was off a Tyrus distraction of Bobby Lashley, a quick roll-up by EC3, and a victory. Next, we had Kurt Angle coming out talking about his farewell tour, who he wanted to wrestle. Drew Galloway. Angle wants to wrestle him next week at main event of Impact. He talks about the Wolves, and he says Drew Galloway is the guy that I want to wrestle. He's the up-and-coming talent. I want to wrestle this guy. Jesse Goddard and Eli Drake come out and try to cut promos, and I use the word try. Yeah, not good. Next is the other semifinal match. We had Matt Hardy versus Eric Young. Matt Hardy won, so the finals for the TNA World Title Tournament would be Matt Hardy versus EC3. So the 2 guys that wrestled when the title got held up for the tournament began. So the tournament was for really nothing. Next, we had an open challenge for the King of the Mountain title. We had champion Bobby Roode versus Bram. Eric Young comes out. Bobby Roode gets the victory over Bram. Eric Young comes out, attacks Roode and Bram. James Storm returns, comes out for the save of Bobby Roode. James Storm cuts a promo, talks about where he's been, that he wanted to come. He's been up north. He basically was in NXT for a cup of coffee. I guess they lowballed him an offer, so he went back to TNA and came out to help Bobby Roode and wanted Bobby to rejoin Beer Money with Bobby Roode, and they made it official. Beer Money makes the return to TNA Wrestling, Impact Wrestling. Next, we had the Dollhouse versus the Beautiful People. The Dollhouse is Rebel, Jade, Marty Bell versus Madison Rain, Velvet Sky, the Beautiful People. Angelina Love is 7 months pregnant, so she is currently not wrestling. And Gail Kim comes out to make this the 6-women tag match. The Beautiful People with Gail Kim get the victory. Gail gets a pin on Jade. Awesome Kong comes out to attack Gail. Anybody who's ever followed TNA Wrestling, you know the history of Awesome Kong and Gail Kim. Gail Kim is currently the TNA Divas, whatever the hell the women's title is in TNA currently. Women's champion. Wow, I just went stupid there. Next, we had the TNA debut of the Miracle Mike Bennett with Marie. Yeah, the crowd just didn't seem into that one at all. Finally, we had the main event, TNA World Heavyweight Title, Ethan Carter versus Matt Hardy, and new two-time TNA World Champion, Ethan Carter III. That wraps up the January 5th Impact. And on to January 12th. EC3 World Champion with Tyrus comes out, cuts promo. Jeff Hardy comes out with a doctor's note saying he's cleared to wrestle, and Hardy challenges EC3. EC3 says you don't deserve to wrestle me. You need to start at the bottom. So we had Jeff Hardy versus the Master of Motion Shinron. This was, I have no idea if he's on the roster, just somebody that came in. Obviously, Jeff Hardy getting a victory. A promo for the Dollhouse and the Beautiful People. Then we get a match created of 4 Dollhouse members versus the 2 Beautiful People members, Rebel, Jade, Marty versus and Awesome Kong versus Velvet, Madison Rain. Jade penning Madison Rain, obviously 4-on-2 women's match. Next, we had a beer money promo. Yeah, 2 of the greatest TNA wrestlers right now in the tag team. Matter of fact, your top 4 talent in TNA are all wrapped up in the tag team. Beer Money and the Wolves. And all you got left besides that is Kurt Angle and Drew Galloway. And that's about the talent on the roster. EY and Bram come out. Why, I don't know. Challenging them, I guess. It was horrible. We had a EY challenge Bobby Roode to King of the Mountain match for the King of the Mountain title. We had champion Bobby Roode versus Eric Young, and new King of the Mountain champion Eric Young. Yeah. Mr. Anderson comes out with a Mr. Anderson talk show that he has. Had Matt Hardy and his family and his wife and son. And they talked about nothing. I was fast forward at that point. But yeah, for Mr. Anderson's on the roster, so yeah. 4 of your top 7 talent is tied up in tag teams. We had Tiger Uno, the X Division champion, along with the Wolves, the TNA Tag Team Champions, versus DJZ, Eli Drake, and Jesse Galters. Eddie Edwards pins DJZ. EC3 calls out Matt Hardy, says next week. Matt Hardy calls out EC3, in the one of the title match next week on Impact. Matt Hardy says, I will put my career on the line. If I cannot beat EC3 for the TNA World title, I will retire from TNA. EC3 makes it a last man standing match. That's signed for the next Impact. The main event here was Drew Galloway versus Kurt Angle in Kurt Angle's farewell tour. Kurt Angle getting the victory. Angle is 1-0 on his TNA farewell tour. That wraps up January 12th Impact. January 19th Impact starts off with the Hardy Boys. Ooh, yeah. Great promo together. 2 high Hardy Boys. Tyrus comes out. Why? I don't know. Bad. Jeff Hardy versus Tyrus. Jeff Hardy gets the victory by DQ. Tyrus hit the referee and got DQ'd. Next, we had knockout title. We have champion Gail Kim. Oh, knockout. Yeah, TNA knockout title. Knockout title. Knockout champion Gail Kim versus Awesome Kong. Awesome Kong getting the victory. Gail Kim getting the victory, retaining the title. Dollhouse tries to get involved, but the Beautiful People stop them. So we got Beautiful People with Gail and amazing Awesome Kong in the Dollhouse. Beer Money calls out Bram and EY, but Jesse Galters and Eli Drake come out. Again, why? We have tag match. We have Beer Money versus Galters and Jesse Galters and Eli Drake. Rude gets the pin on Eli Drake. Kurt Angle comes out, cuts promo. Bobby Lashley comes out. Angle versus Lashley in the Angle Farewell Tour. Next, we have the Miracle Mike Bennett making his in-ring debut versus Trevor Parks. The Miracle Mike Bennett with the victory. Next, we have the TNA World title on the line, last main stadium match. We have champion Ethan Carter III versus Matt Hardy. They use tables, they use ladders, they use chairs. If anybody did not see that one coming, you have never watched a Matt Hardy match. Matt Hardy, his wife hands him a hammer. A little hammer. He hits EC3 with this hammer. We had a Tyrus turn on EC3 and help Matt Hardy. It seemed like as the match was going, you had Matt Hardy turn heel with Matt Hardy and going with Tyrus turning heel, you had the crowd getting behind Ethan Carter, more of a face turn for Carter. So you had a double turn with Tyrus turning on EC3. So it kind of became a 2-on-1, and we have a new TNA World Champion, EC3, or excuse me, Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy, TNA World Heavyweight Champion. So what the hell was the point of the tournament? In 3 impacts, we've had 2 title changes. We had crowned the tournament champion, EC3, and then Matt Hardy taking it 2 weeks later. Are we passing titles out like candy these days? Good God Almighty. So with the Matt Hardy heel turn on the last edition of TNA Impact on January 26th, we had Jeff Hardy calling out Matt Hardy. Matt with Rebel Sky, his wife, and Tyrus comes out, and Jeff Hardy says, "My sister bitch-in-law. Jeff wants a title shot tonight." Okay, we signed that for later tonight. First, we have Feast or Fire with Beer Money, Drew Galloway, Eric Young, Bram, Grado, Rockstar Spud, Robbie E, Jesse Goddard, Aiden O'Shea, Eli Drake, Chris Menendez. Wow, really? If you've never seen a Feast and Fire match, we'll describe this Feast and Fire match. Basically, there's 4 briefcases hanging around the ring. One briefcase has a TNA World Heavyweight title shot in it. Another briefcase has a TNA King of the Mountain title shot in it. And a third briefcase has a TNA Tag Titles contract in it. And the fourth and final briefcase has a You're Fired briefcase in it. Small history, Christopher Daniels, greatest TNA legend of all time, was fired in this match. His alter ego, Curryman, was also fired in this match. So people have been fired in this match, people beyond World Heavyweight Champions. Kind of a twist on the WWE Money in the Bank. And the winners of the 4 briefcases were Drew McIntyre, Eli Drake, James Storm, and Grado, whatever you pronounce his name. Drew McIntyre got the world title, Eli Drake got the King of the Mountain title, James Storm won the tag titles, so Beer Money gets the tag title shot. And poor Grado got... Next we had the TNA X Division title on the line. We had champion Tigre Uno versus DDAZ and Mark Andrews. Wow. Tigre Uno gets the pin on Mark Andrews to retain his TNA X Division Championship. Out comes Hurricane Shane Helms. Calls out Tigre Uno. And as Mike today goes off the air, he says, Tigre Uno will face the longest reigning Cruiserweight Champion and any other X Division champion. What? Yeah, Hurricane Helms. They mentioned the Cruiserweight title he held longest ever, which was kind of amazing. They mentioned that. We had Austin Collin versus Velvet Sky. We had Collin attack Sky after the match, get the victory. Rain comes out, and then the Dollhouse attacks the beautiful people. Next, we had a tag team match. We had the Wolves, Eddie Edwards, Davey Richards, top 2 wrestlers in TNA right now, versus Abyss, the returning Abyss, and Crazy Steve. Wow, the Wolves won by DQ. A crazy stupid girl came out with these Crazy Steve and held the titles up. And Crazy Steve she spit something in the face of Eddie Edwards like I missed him. It was this chick was just, it was bad. Whew. Yeah, TNA's not great, guys. TNA World Title on the line, we had champion Matt Hardy versus Jeff Hardy. Well, yeah, it didn't happen. We had Bram and EY coming out and take Jeff Hardy. We had Beer Money coming out, going after Abyss and Crazy Steve. Angle comes out, Tyrus hits Angle, then Hardy, and then Hardy hits Angle with the belt. EY puts Jeff Hardy through a table. Did you get all that? Yeah, that's what happened. So I imagine sooner than later we'll have Bobby Lashley versus Kurt Angle for his little farewell tournament. What I'd like to see is Drew Galloway, who has the briefcase for the world title shot, maybe have Kurt Angle win the title somewhere, have Drew Galloway use his briefcase and beat Kurt Angle, put Drew Galloway over, get Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, and EC3 out of the world title hunt. Stay tuned to Robert Sports Show for the last part of February, for the February editions of TNA Impact. If it ever gets good, I'll do a weekly review. If it ever gets good. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show and have a 59. Rubber Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channels. Make sure you check out Rubber Sports Show 4 for the Super Bowl 50 preview.
If you close your eyes, your life, and if you 2, 3 feet.